today, but I have to say that probably like a lot of you out there, you didn't know that this was actually going to happen. It's taken a long time. I want to recognize, in addition to public officials who will be speaking later, Councilmember Costello and Councilmember Boykins, and of course Congresswoman Lee. I believe that Councilmember Kubash is here somewhere, and we have State Representative, of course, Alma Allen, and school board member and former council member who was involved in this project, Wanda Adams. So glad to have you all here today. As Neil said, our efforts on food deserts are part of a larger, longer effort to focus on overall neighborhood revitalization. We know that you can't just come in and put one project into a community and walk away, and then go put another project into another community and walk away and think that things are going to be different. So we have focused much more holistically than in the past on the issue of neighborhood development. But at the same time, we have, across the city of Houston, had a major focus on community wellness. We know we have epidemic problems with obesity. We know that we have epidemic problems with diabetes, and we know that if we don't do a better job of providing healthy foods and healthy education on nutrition to our kids, that we're going to have bigger problems in the future. From focusing on our own employee base and emphasizing wellness to our Healthy Houston Task Force that we have working across the city, we believe that this is an issue that we can tackle on multiple fronts. This groundbreaking, as I said, was the culmination of a lot of years of work. I want to thank Councilmember Costello and former Councilmember Adams for continuously raising the issue of food deserts and believing in the importance of it and putting their personal time and energy in. But this is something that had a lot of partners. The Food Trust, Children at Risk, and what is today my Go Healthy Houston Task Force hosted a supermarket summit back in 2011, which gave rise to our Houston Grocery Access Task Force. And the task force was focused on finding tools that the city could use to diminish food deserts. And this isn't the only initiative that has come to fruition, but this is the first one that's really going to be a big fact on the ground. I mean, we're also seeding community gardens, allotment gardens, and community gardens across the city, which is, thank you. I'm hoping that y'all are some of our gardeners out there. We even have our fruit and veggie vans that go around to city libraries to make sure that there are opportunities for fresh fruits and vegetables in a mobile form. But we still wanted to have a signature, full-service, high-quality grocery store in a community of need. And we didn't want it to be, well, I don't want to say this a different way. It had to work. The first one had to work. It had to be right. It had to be such a first-class operation and such a symbol that we could then, we hope, start the avalanche rolling for others across the community. With financial assistance from the city, Pyburns owner John Vong is building what will soon be a first-class grocery store right here to serve South Union and surrounding neighborhoods. This is really important because based on a recent Food Trust study, We in the city of Houston have fewer grocery stores per capita than the nation's other large metropolitan areas. And the grocery stores are unevenly distributed across the city, with, of course, lower income communities categorically underserved. And as a city that's sprawled all over creation, and if you don't have access to a vehicle, you don't have access to much outside your neighborhood. And so we're trying to bring things back into neighborhoods. For this store, the city is providing a performance-based loan of $1.7 million for pre-development, land acquisition, construction, and equipment. The total project cost is estimated to be $3.7 million. The funding agreement between Vong and the city requires that the store be designed to provide customers with a shopping experience equal to that of grocery stores in high-income areas of Houston. The store will also create a minimum of 25 jobs. In addition, there's room at the site for additional complementary development. The loan agreement prohibits uses inconsistent with community revitalization, such as no liquor stores and no payday loan establishments. And y'all know how I feel about payday lenders, so this is a good agreement. Funding is available for those additional projects, and we will work with potential partners on a case-by-case basis to determine eligibility for building or revitalizing grocery stores and food desert areas or on this particular site. Not everybody who wanted to be here today to speak is going to be allowed to. It's a little warm even under the tent, although the breeze is nice. So I want to personally thank a lot of the folks who were involved in this. Dr. Edward Pringle, the Field Office Director for HUD. Funding for Pyburns is CDBG dollars from HUD. Dr. Pringle. Reddick Edwards, President of Houston Housing Finance Corporation Board of Directors. And Jeff Smith, Houston Housing Finance Corporation Executive Director, who spent many hours working on this project. Grocer Supply was an important partner, so I want to thank Mike Nichols, the Grocer Supply President. Is Mike here? Back in the back. Jim Arnold, Grocer Supply Senior Vice President. And also from Grocer Supply with us today are Jan Silver and Jerry Levitt, grandchildren of the company's founder, Joe Levitt, and officers of the company. So, where are you guys? There you are, in the back. Thank you. I want to thank Lance Gilliam, Chair of the Houston Housing Authority, for his vision and hard work to revitalize neighborhoods with high-quality services. He gives me hundreds of hours of volunteer time for the Houston Housing Authority, but this food desert issue was his passion, and he has been driving all of us, kind of getting the pitchfork out and making sure this stayed moving. So, Lance, thank you for that. Neil Ratcliffe and the staff at Houston, at Housing and Community Development Department.